Okay, so good day. So in this video lecture, we will be discussing the topics under week 1. We have your current, resistance, and electromotive force. Okay, so let's start with current. So what do we mean about current? So previous lessons, we've mentioned that current or electricity is generated because of the flow of charge. Okay, it is because of the flow of charge. So say for example, this is the wire. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me just change this. Say for example, this is the wire, and then these charges present in the wire is being moved or is set to motion. Then there is what we call current. Okay, so as you can see from this image, that the higher the number of charges, the higher the current flow. Ibig sabihin, kapag mas madami daw yung charges na meron sa wire, mas malakas yung current. And at the same time, kapag mas kokonti yung mga charges na present sa wire, ibig sabihin, mahina yung ating current. Okay, that is all about current. Now, how do we compute for current? We have this formula. Okay, in computing current, we have charge divided by the time. Okay? So, charge divided by the time. Sabi natin, the charges are the one involved in current, because when the current is moving, then when the charges rather are moving, ibig sabihin there is current that is being generated. So when the charge is moving from one place to another, there is, of course, time it takes to move. So that means Q divided by the time. Okay? Our Q here is charge, and its unit is coulomb. And this T, or the time it takes to move, is in second. Okay, and the unit of our current is ampere, okay, as presented here, or it is also denoted as capital A. So that is our current. Now let's take this example. First example, okay, so a 1 millimeter long cross section of wire is isolated, and 2 coulomb of charge is determined to pass through it in 0.5 seconds. So as you can see, the length of the wire is 1 millimeters long, and the charge that is given is 2 coulomb. And the time it takes to move the charge from one place to another in this particular length of wire is 0.5 seconds. So with the use of our formula, I is equal to Q divided by time, so our Q is 2 coulomb, and the time it takes to move is 0.5 seconds. Okay, so if we divide this, so if we will be going to divide 2 divided by 0.5, we get 4 ampere. Okay, so that's the answer. That is how we compute for the current flow. Okay, next, let's proceed with resistance. So from the word itself, when we say resist, it controls, okay, it controls the flow of current. And as you can see, when there is more resistance, okay, when there is more resistance, the current flow becomes lower. And if there is lesser resistance, the current flow is higher. So they are inversely proportional. As indicated here, the lower the resistance, the higher the current flow. Okay? Ibig sabihin, they are inversely proportional. So that is all about resistance. Now, how do we compute for resistance? We have another formula. R is equal to resistivity times length divided by ampere. Okay, so your rho symbol here is resistivity, yung parang P. That is resistivity. Okay, this is resistivity. And its unit is ohm times meter. Our L here is length, which is measured in meters. And the area of the wire, that is in meters squared. And of course, our resistance is always in ohms, okay, or the omega symbol. So that is the formula. Now let's have the first example in computing resistance. Okay, let me just take a snip. Okay, so as you can see, compute the resistivity. Ibig sabihin, it's the resistivity that is unknown. Okay? Next, whose resistance, ibig sabihin, we have R that is equal to 2 ohms. And the area, which is equal to 25 centimeter squared. And 15 centimeter, that is our length. Okay? Centimeter. Now, what is the resistivity of the material? We all know that the formula in computing resistance is resistivity multiplied by the length all over area. And resistivity yung wala. So we need to derive, cross multiply, we get resistivity multiplied by length is equal to R times A. So we divide both sides by the length so that we can cancel this. And the final formula will be resistivity now is equal to resistance times area divided by the length. Now let's substitute what is our resistance. Our resistance is equal to 2 ohms. Okay, so we have 2 ohms. And the area, okay, our area is 25 centimeters squared. However, as you can see, we have mentioned a while ago that the unit of area should always be in meters squared. So which means kailangan natin siyang i-convert. So we convert 25 centimeters squared into meter squared. So in every 100 centimeters squared, we have 1 meter squared. Okay? So let's put this in our calculator. So the answer will be 0.0025 meter squared. So let's substitute area. The converted area is 0.0025 meter squared divided by its length. Okay? The length is also in centimeter. That means we need to convert that in meter. So 15 centimeter multiplied by, in every 1 meter, there are 100 centimeter. Okay, so the answer is 0.15 meter. So that is the converted length to be inputted here. Okay, so let's check the answer. So 2 times 0.0025 all over 0.15, the answer is 0.033. Okay, so what will be the unit? We cancel the meter, the square of this meter. Okay, and what is left is ohms times meter. So that is the answer for the first problem. Okay, so that is how we compute resistance, involving resistance. Next, we also have this what we call conductivity. So when we say conductivity, it is the measure of material's ability to conduct electrical current. Okay, it is the measure of the material's ability to conduct electrical current. That is why, as you can see, copper ang ginagamit sa wire kasi mas greater yung conductivity niya kumpara sa mga steel. Okay, so that is the reason why copper is being used, okay, in the wire for us to have electricity. Now, as you can see, they have the same unit with our resistivity, that is ohm times meter. So how do we compute conductivity? We use sigma equals 1 divided by resistivity. So it's just dividing. Okay, it's just a division. So let's have this first example. Okay. What is the conductivity? That means the sigma is unknown. And we all know that the formula is 1 divided by resistivity. Okay? Of a copper wire, okay, so it is asking for the conductivity of the copper given the resistivity of 1.68 times 10 raised to negative 8 ohm times meter. So our resistivity, which is yung parang P, is 1.68 times 10 raised to negative 8 ohm times meter. So just dividing 1, okay, divided by 1.68 times 10 raised to negative 8 is equal to, okay, 5.95 times 10 raised to 7 ohm times meter. So that's the conductivity of the copper wire. Okay, so that is how we compute. Next, let's proceed for the next topic. We have your Ohm's law. So what is Ohm's law? It states that the voltage across a conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through it, provided all physical condition and temperature remain constant. So when we use higher battery, ibig sabihin, we have more current flow. Okay? So when we say voltage, kasi voltage is, of course, that is coming from the dry cell, or that is coming from the battery. So the higher the battery, or the higher the voltage of the battery, the greater will be the current flow. So they are directly proportional. Now, how do we compute for voltage? It is just multiplying the current and resistance. Our I there is current and our R is resistance. Now, what is the unit of voltage? It is simply capital V, or also known as volt. Okay, so that's the unit for voltage. Now, let's have this example. Okay. So, as you can see, the question here is calculate the amount of resistance. So the R is the unknown. Now what are the given? We have your voltage, which is equal to 36 volt, and the current, which is equal to 4 ampere. We all know that Ohm's law, V, or computing voltage, is equal to I times R in previous slide. And since resistance yung wala, so we divide both sides by I. And then we cancel current. So what's the final formula? R now is equal to V divided by current. So what is the voltage? That is 36 volt. And what is our current? That is 4 ampere. Okay? So we divide 36 and 4. The answer is 9. And what is the unit of resistance? That is in ohms. So that's how we compute for the resistance. Okay? Just manipulate the formula. Okay. Next, let's proceed for the next topic, which is our power. So, alam natin that our charger they are considered fast charging na. Okay? Meron tayong 20 watts na fast charger, meron din tayong 120 watts, ganyan. So, yung watts na yun, it is pertaining to the power. Watts is actually, okay? Watts is actually the unit of power. Okay? So when we say power, this is the energy that is being supplied or used by our appliances or devices. So say for example, yung charger, 20 watts. Ibig sabihin, no, yun ang kailangan niyang i-supply or kailangan niyang i-consume from the electricity para ma-provide niya yung or para what do you call this, para magawa niya yung function niya as a fast charging, Okay, it needs 25 watts of power. Okay, now there are three alternative formulas. We have your P is equal to IV, the second one is V squared divided by R, and the third one is I squared times R. Okay, so you already have here all the descriptions and the units of each quantities. Okay, now let's have the first problem. Sabi dito, a typical design to operate a 120 volt household circuit is rated at 1,500 watts. Now the question here is, what is the resistance? Okay, let me just create a new slide here. Okay, now let's have the given. So the given from the problem is we have a voltage that is equal to 120. Okay, just look at this part. Diba, ito yung compute natin. And then the power, okay, which is in watts, is 1,500. The question here is, what will be the resistance? Okay. Now, as you can see, we have V, we have voltage, we have power, and resistance. So what do you think will be the formula to be used? Is it the first one? Is it the second one? Or the third one? Okay, so we will be using the second one because our voltage is available and our R, that is definitely the unknown, and our power is also given. Okay? So, ang formula natin ay P is equal to V squared divided by R. So, resistance is the unknown. We cross multiply, we get V squared is equal to P times R. And resistance is the unknown, so we divide both sides by P. Okay? Now, what's the final formula? Our final formula is R is equal to V squared divided by P. So, what is our voltage? That is 120 volt squared kasi may squared yung formula. And what is our power? That is 1,500 watts. Okay? So what is the answer for this? So 120 squared all over 1,500 watts. The answer here is 9.6, okay, ohms. Because ohms is the unit for resistance. Okay, so that is how we compute for power. Next, we have the cost of electricity. Ibig sabihin, in this particular part, we will be computing for the or how can we compute for our electric bill, yung mga binabayaran natin sa every month, okay, ng ating electric bill. Of course, it is very evident that the longer you use the appliances, the higher will be the electric bill. Okay? Mas mahal ang babayarang kuryente kung madaming naka-open at greater pa yung power ng ating appliances. Okay? So, how do we compute for that? Let's consider first our formula. Power is equal to energy divided by time. Your P is power and its unit is in watts. Our E is energy that is being consumed. Okay, and its unit is kilowatt R, okay, or kW times R. And of course, our T is in R, okay, walang second. Why? Because hindi naman tayo gumagamit ng appliances na in seconds. So definitely, the time, the unit of time is usually in hours, okay? Now let's have our first example. Okay, let me just take a snip of this problem. Okay, let's dissect the problem. So as you can see, okay, In a stairwell of a 10-story building, so meron tayong building na may 10th floor siya. And there are two continuously burning 75 watt safety lamps for each floor. O anong ibig sabihin niya? Each floor daw ng 10-story building, meron tayong dalawang lamp na present. Okay? 2 lamps na present. And each lamp is powered by 75 watts. Okay? So, that's the question. Now, the first question here is what is the total energy in kilowatt hours used in 1 year? Okay, let's check. So, energy ang wala. Energy ang tinatanong. Diba, meron tayong formula P is equal to energy divided by time. Okay, so energy is the unknown. So, we will be going to divide, to cross multiply. So, what will be the answer? What will be the derived formula? We have your energy is equal to power times time. Okay? Now, let's calculate for the power. Sabi natin, in one lamp, there are 75 watts. Okay? And in each floor, there are 2 lamps. Okay? May dalawa tayong lamps sa each floor. So, we multiply this into 2. Okay? So, 75 times 2 is 150 watts. This is in every floor. However, our building contains 10 story. So, that means we will multiply again this 150 watts into 10 story since 10th floor siya. Okay? So, 150 times 10 is equal to 1,500 watts. So, that is our power. Okay, now let's substitute this. Now, our power is 1,500 watts. How about the time? Okay, the time here, according to this problem, it is being used in 1 year. Okay, how many hours are there in 1 year? So, we all know that in 1 year, okay, 1 year is 365 days. Okay? And in every 1 day, there are 24 hours. So how many hours are there in 365 days? So we just multiply 24 hours times 365 days. And what's the time? So 24 times 365 is, okay, 24 times 365 is 8,760 hours. So that is the time, 8,760 hours. So what is our energy? It is equal to 13,140,000. What's the unit? Okay, watt times hour. However, the unit of energy is usually in kilowatt hour. So we need to convert watt into kilowatt. Okay, how do we do that? So, ang sagot, di ba natin ay 13,140,000 watt times hour. Okay, multiplied by, here's the conversion. In every 1 kilowatt, there are 1,000 watts. Okay? So, what is the converted energy? So, 13,140,000 divided by 1,000 is equal to 13,140 kilowatt hour na siya. Okay, naka-kilowatt hour. So, that's the final answer for our letter A. Next, letter B. Sabi sa letter B, what will it cost to use the lamp for a year if the cost of electricity is 5.014 kilowatt hour? Okay, so magkano daw ang babayaran mo for 1 year? Kung saan, in every 1 kilowatt hour, 5.014 pesos. Okay? So, anong gagawin lang natin? I-multiply lang natin to. Okay? We just multiply this in 5.014 per kilowatt hour. Kasi, ito ang babayaran mo every 1 kilowatt hour. Ang nagasto sa 1 year ay 13,140. Okay, so what do you think will be the cost? So 13,140 times 5.014, okay. The answer is, how much? It will be equal to 65,883.96 pesos. So yan ang babayaran kung magagamit itong dalawang lamps na to in each floor na 10-story building in 1 year. So that is how we do the computation. Okay? So for the next problem, you may pause it and you can try it yourself. And for the last two slides, these are the instruments that are being used. Okay? Voltmeters is actually an instrument to measure the voltage from the word itself, volt. Okay, that is voltmeters. Next is we also have your ammeters. From the word ampere, that means it measures the current flow naman ang ammeters. Okay, so that's the end of our discussion under week 1. Thank you and God bless.